Hello everybody, it is Danlags, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Italian Villa tutorial series, guys. So what is up? We are back. First episode, we got quite a bit done. You know, we have the entire layout of the house on the exterior, and it's looking pretty good. So today's episode, we're just going to continue to detail the place and go through and kind of just fill in all the nooks and crannies and make it all look pretty. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is work on this front wall here, since it's, pretty much that's all it is right now. It's just a wall. So first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to just kind of correct an error that I made on the first episode. It's not a major error at all. It takes just a second to to correct, I guess. And it's this right here. I made this one block too far on this side. So just go ahead and break this wall here, and then I'll explain what we're going to do to fix it. So this is supposed to be an odd number. I think I made it 8. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's supposed to be 7 blocks, not 8. So that was just a small mistake that I made. So just trim it down 1 extra block, and then just kind of take the wall and fill it back up to the top. It takes 2 seconds to fix, but something that we need to do because having even numbers makes the roof a little bit weirder than it should be. So all right, now that that's done, I just want to let you guys know that I did fill in the rest of the floor off camera. So hopefully you guys or that are building along also did that. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to start off by getting some sandstone stairs and some jungle wood slabs. And I'm just going to wrap this around to here. And then the same thing on this side to here. And then fill this in on top with the jungle wood slabs. Just like that. And then we're going to start to work on the front here. So here's what I'm going to do with it, guys. I'm going to take up a couple blocks right here, like a pillar of 2, kind of going up. 2 blocks in width, just going all the way up like that. And there's going to be an opening right here. So we're going to have this open up. This is going to be our floor. Just going to have that all open for now. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take the, let's see, we're going to take this. We're going to kind of just wrap it around like this. And this is going to be our slabs. So like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come out about 2 blocks away. So I'm going to say right here should be good. And then, let's see, let me come over to, let's see, 1, 2, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3. No, we're going to put them right here instead. So 3 blocks away from each other, kind of connecting with that pillar and this pillar, all right? And then you just want to take this up like this and like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have some slabs kind of come around like this. So just kind of follow the stairs and the slabs, have them wrap around like this. Just take them all the way around the outside like this, and then connect them back over here. So just basically just follow the pattern of the stairs like we've been doing the whole time. A lot of people have been asking what's the difference between a tutorial and a let's build. Well, the answer to that is very simple. The a let's build, I kind of like go step by step and explain what I'm doing. Meanwhile, a let's build is really just me just building, off the top of my head. It's not really structured or anything like that. It's really mostly from scratch. But tutorials are, I'm counting off all the blocks, making sure that you guys can follow along and build it yourself if you want to. All right, so we have this, right? So I'm going to have these 2 pillars connected like that, which is perfect. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, let's see here. We're going to come down 2 blocks from this stair, so here. And this is going to wrap around like this. And I'm just going to kind of follow it around like this. Just like that. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take the spruce wood. Get the spruce wood planks back out. And just kind of wrap them around like this. And bring them all the way around through here. And like that. Basically so they're lining up with the sandstone. And then what you want to do is get out some spruce wood slabs. And just wrap around that, just like this. There we go. So now we have this front looking nice and pretty. What we're going to do is we're going to add some sandstone stairs right there and right there. We're going to put 2 more on this side like that. And we're going to rinse and repeat that exact same thing on this side, just like this, right? And then all we need to do is get out a sandstone slab and just place it right smack in the middle of that. There we go. So we got the front of the house is starting to come together pretty nicely. The only thing we have left to do is just to simply break these blocks. So we made these 2 block wide pillar before. What you want to do is break the outside part of that. Place a slab there to replace that. Connect the stair all the way across there. And then you can bring this in 1 extra block. The reason why I don't do that from the beginning is just it makes it a little bit easier to I guess explain when it's not like that. So that's why we didn't have it like that from the beginning. And again, same thing on this side. Just get rid of this pillar here, and you simply just fix up the stairs and the slabs, and you're good. So stairs, whoops, and the slabs, and you're good. So that's pretty much the front. So we're gonna go ahead and sleep real quick and continue working. I was thinking about this, guys. I'm not sure if this is going to be only 2 parts. We're gonna try, but I think it might leak into 3 parts. We'll see though. But I'm just gonna continue working. Okay, so we have this, right? Everything's looking great. So now what we have to do is we're going to go ahead and place some stairs like this, upside down, pretty much just lining up with the other side. Up here, we're gonna fill these blocks in with sandstone, and you can also fill this block in over top like that. For the rest of this space here, we're gonna go ahead and fill it with fences. So you can get your fences out. And this is going to get filled in along this block where we just placed the sandstone. So just pretty much fill it in. It should be 3 by 3. If you did it right, that's exactly what it should be. Perfect. And then what you want to do is, well, first off, we need to get rid of these blocks here, like this and like that. And then we're going to take this, bring it across through here, wrap it all the way around, and this is going to be the roof. So it should line up if you did everything correctly. These slabs should line up on top of each other perfectly. And the reason why we do this is to avoid lighting glitches because, well, we have this open here to avoid lighting glitches because there's going to be some nasty ones right there if we don't have that open. So, and plus it does add a little bit of a, you know, a natural light to the, I guess, the front balcony thing or whatever you want to call it, front porch. All right, so this is going to kind of wrap around here. And if everything goes perfectly, this should connect to the top level seamlessly. So let's go ahead and just fill this in. We have 2 more layers to go here, right here, and right here, like that. And then the last but not least, just kind of fill this across here. And there we go. That fits perfectly. It's, again, should be an odd number, so it has only 1 slab at the top. And if you did that right, everything should be looking great right now. So I'm going to get out some jungle leaves real quick, and I'm just going to kind of fill in the top here. So I'm just going to place some random jungle leaves like that, just so it has like a nice grassy look on the top up there. So everything's looking great, guys. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clear our inventory, and we're going to put in some doors. We're also going to work on the interior a little bit, so you want to get out some quartz blocks. Again, doors. We need some jungle wood stairs and some windows probably in a second here, but we're just going to leave with these 3 things. So actually, you know, we are going to get out the windows. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to place a block right here. I'm going to place a door right there. We also need we need some smooth sandstone, of course. So kind of fill that in there and fill that in there. And there we go. We have our front door right above the stair. You can replace that with a glass block. And there we go. We kind of have our front steps here. I might add some more detail to this later, but for right now, we're happy with this. Okay, so we're going to start working on the inside a little bit. As far as the inside goes, I want you to fill in the ceiling with quartz blocks and make sure it's 1 block, or well, basically make the ceiling 5 blocks tall. So it should be 1 block above the glass here. So if that's pretty much how you want to set that up. So just fill it all in. Super easy. Just wrap it all in. I'm going to do this real quick because it takes like 2 seconds and it's important. So you just want to make sure you have your windows or the ceiling lined up so we can have a nice space. And all this space up here, I'm not going to do anything with it. I really wouldn't recommend you do anything with it either. It's just empty space for the roof. It's not really supposed to be anything. So as much as I don't like to waste empty space, you know, for this kind of build, it's fine. All right, so we got that all filled in, and there we go. We have our ceiling. Okay, so since it's going to be a tad bit dark in here, I'm going to place some glowstone on the ceiling just so you guys can see. All right, so there we go. We have this, and we're going to continue to work on the interior in just a sec, but we're going to go ahead and continue on the outside. And I'm going to kind of just wrap around the entire house and add detail. So we're going to start over here. And I already have the blocks I need, which is some glass and some jungle wood stairs. So you're just going to break these 4 blocks here. It should be 2 blocks away from here and 2 blocks away from here. Basically the dead center of that wall. And you want to place some upside down stairs there, like that. And then the exact same thing on the other side. So you pretty much just go dead center of this wall right there. And you want to place that there and that there. And now we're going to go on the inside. And we are going to place our glass right here. Now I will caution you guys, this does take away a lot of the interior space on this house. And again, this house it really is more suited for survival in terms of its interior. And this build really wouldn't be too tough in survival since it's, you know, sandstone based. So sandstone's very easy to get. So, you know, if you want to build this in a survival world, that would be cool. I wouldn't, you know, that's why I'm kind of basing it around the default as well as, you know, the interior is going to be kind of survival-esque. So if that makes sense. And yeah, it does take off a lot of space, these windows. So if you don't want to double stack the windows, you don't have to. You can just simply, you know, get rid of this and place the windows here if you want. And then place some like stairs above it or whatever. I just do this because it looks better, and you know, it does take up a lot of space on the interior, so that's up to you. What do you want to do with that? I just want to make sure you guys know. Okay, so we have this. It's looking great. We have our 2 windows on both sides. So let's go ahead and come over here, and we're going to add a side porch. This is going to be cool. So let's go ahead and get out some blocks we're going to need. Basically, all we're going to need is some jungle wood slabs, some sandstone, just smooth sandstone, and we're going to need some anvils, and we're going to need, well, you can use fences if you want, if you're playing survival. It doesn't matter. I'll explain that further in a second. And also some spruce wood planks. We probably even need a door. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. So I'm going to come up here and place a full block right there, right on the edge there, so it's kind of connecting to the sandstone. Place a slab. Place a slab underneath of that slab. Place a slab on that slab. I just kind of stare downwards with the slabs until you're at that point. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 kind of elevations to that. And actually, you know what? Just do 4. Don't go 5. Okay, so that's good. And you're just going to kind of connect this over like this. Kind of just fill this in. Just kind of line it to the wall. Very simple. And same thing up here, like that. So just line 4 levels of slabs to the wall. Very simple. And then on the second level in, so this kind of indent right here, place a sandstone block and take it all the way to the ground like that. And then you want to jump a couple blocks to, let's say, let me think about this for a second. If you jump maybe, I don't know, 2. I think 2 would probably be nice. So we'll jump 2. So we'll go to here. So there should be 2 and then 1, which is going to be perfect. Then we're going to go ahead and place our upside down stairs of sandstone like this on each side like that. Place your anvils on top of that. Again, if you're playing in survival, you can, you know, use fences or whatever, iron bars if you want. And then I'm going to place a couple more sandstone blocks right here. Place some upside down sandstone stairs underneath of that. And then some upside down sandstone stairs here as well. And right here. And then we're going to place some upside down stairs there, there, and there. So there we go, guys. So we have our little front, you know, or side porch, I guess. And this is going to connect to the bedroom of the house once we do the interior. So that'll make more sense in a second here. So if we come inside and we go ahead and open up a spot right here, all I'm going to do is just simply fill this space in here with spruce wood. And this is going to be a nice space for, you know, the bedroom, I guess. And yeah, and you just want to fill that in with sandstone right there, some smooth sandstone. There you go. You have a nice little side porch here that you can come stand on if you want. So there we go. All right, let's continue. So we're going to kind of come over here, and we're going to start to add a little bit of greenery and detail. I think that's what a lot of you guys have been waiting for. So I'm going to get out some vines, some jungle leaves, some flower pots, and some cactus. And we're going to go ahead and place some flower pots like that with some cactus in them. And we are going to do the exact same thing on this side. A couple of flower pots with some cactus. And now I'm going to kind of go around the place and just add some you know, shrubbery. So basically all I want you guys to do is just simply just kind of spam some bushes all over the place. We can also get out some bone meal for this. And add lots of vines to the house. Just kind of spam the house with vines. Make it look, you know, kind of, you know, green. Just add more that green element to it that makes it look a lot better. So just kind of just spam the place with green. Just don't be hesitant to place as many of these as you want. Again, this is what makes it look kind of detailed and cool. So you want to spam this. I think you can get vines in I guess survival. I'm pretty sure you can. So I've definitely gotten one before in survival, so I know you can get it. I'm just not sure if you need to silk touch them or not. I don't know that for sure, but I guess you can kind of figure that out on your own. I'm not really sure. All right, so we're just kind of adding a lot of stuff here, and just, you know, we'll put some bone meal around the place. The same thing on this side. We're gonna add some trees in a little bit. I'm gonna do some special droopy trees, which should be cool. So just kind of span the place with bone meal. Just make it look all green and looking good. Just adds a lot of detail to the place. All right, so we're gonna kind of come back over here. So we have this whole wall to work on. Over here real quick, I'm gonna add some more stuff. So let's go ahead and get an anvils going right here. We're gonna take some jungle leaves, and I'm even gonna grab some jungle wood slabs actually. Take these jungle wood all the way out like this. Place some slabs on top of that. And then I'm just gonna add a couple more vines here on the wall. Something simple like that. And then the same thing goes over here. Just, you know, just bush it up, guys. Just make it all green. Add some nice character to it. Nice color, nice character. The sandstone and the green looks very good together, so it adds a lot of detail to the place. And already, you know, this place is starting to transform into something that looks pretty cool. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and continue. I want to work on this back porch here, so we're going to do that right now. So for this, you're going to need, let's see, let me clear my inventory. We're going to need some jungle wood slabs. We're going to need some sandstone, as usual, just the standard stuff. We don't need that. I can toss that out of there. And what else do we need? We need some of this, some spruce wood stairs, and we need some spruce wood planks. And that should be good for now. Maybe some jungle wood stairs and some glass. That should be pretty good. So we're going to roll with that. So for this back porch, it's going to be very similar to the front one, but it's just going to be a little bit bigger here. So let's go ahead and get... I wonder if we should sleep first before we get started with this. You know what? Let's just get started and then we can sleep. So you're going to come with this block right here. 1 block away from this top, and then right below the second stair here. And then we're going to kind of do that snaking down slab design that we have again. And it's only going to go down 4 just like the other one. And it kind of comes, you just kind of bring it all the way across like we did for the first porch. And if you did it right, it should come up 1 block away from the edge of this wall. And then again, like the first one, just kind of fill it into the wall, take it all the way up, and it'll look great. So kind of just wrap it all the way around. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to have a nice access to the backyard, so it's going to be good. Well, we're not going to really add a backyard, but if there were to be a backyard. I've noticed a lot of you guys have been sending me pictures and adding backyards, which is cool. You know, add your own detail to the place, which is great. I love that. And one more thing I forgot to do that I don't want to forget is replace these blocks here with stairs like this on each side. You don't have to do this, but it just looks a little bit better. Just so it adds a little, it kind of accentuates the pillars a little bit. So just do that real quick. Almost forgot. All right, so we're going to come back over here. And again, just kind of the exact same thing we did in the front. I'm going to jump, let's see, how many blocks should I jump? I'm going to jump 2 blocks here. And then I'm going to jump 3 and place one on the edge right there. So we have kind of 2 opening and then 3. Going to place some regular spruce wood stairs there and then some sandstone stairs on the corners here upside down. I'm just going to fill in this entire spot here with planks. Just get that all filled in there. And then our doorway opening should be right here, which will be great. And let's see, we're going to add a window here later. Let's go ahead and get out some anvils as well. Almost forgot about those. So we're going to, oops, that's not the right spot. And again, not right spot. Okay, so there we go. Anvil's there. And then I'm going to place, let's see here. I think we're going to have that based on the interior, so we'll wait for that. Going to place that there. And this is going to get filled in. So first, we're going to go ahead and place our sandstone stairs like this, as we've been doing all over the place. And we also need some slabs. I always forget 1 block, or 2, or 3. Okay, and we're going to place that right there. And then, of course, the same thing. Just fill this in with some sandstone. The bottom of the smooth sandstone is just a very smooth color, obviously, since it is smooth. So you want to add that. It looks nice. And then, of course, going to do another one of the Dangeles anvils, like that. So there we go. We have our kind of back porch there. And we're going to add a little bit more detail to this in the front. So let's go ahead and place some upside down sandstone stairs right here. Just kind of on the edges of the pillars. So right here. And then again, upside down sandstone stairs right here on the edges of the pillars. And then you can feel free to add some more bushes and things like that all over the place. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So there's our little back porch there. So we're going to go on the inside and kind of shape it out now. So we pretty much have the exterior done besides the trees. So let's just kind of shape out the interior here a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some, well, I'm just going to extend this wall back 2 blocks. So it's lined up with this wall here, like that. And again, same thing here, just extend this wall 2 blocks back. So it's lined up. This is going to be the exact position for this door, so we can get out some of this kind of things. So we can place that like that, and like that. And then what we want to do is take 2 blocks here and 2 blocks here, and just fill these all the way to the top. Again, the floor plan for this is going to be different from the original tour that I did. And the reason for that is that we had a basement actually on this side, but since we're playing in a super flat world, we can't really do that. Obviously, if you're not playing a super flat world, you are feel free to add a staircase and put a basement on this house. It'll give you a lot more space, since the interior on this house isn't the most roomy thing in the world. So I'm just trying to make it, you know, as spacious as I can make it. So that's what we're going to be doing for a super flat world, I guess, for one story, I guess. Okay, so we're going to place 2 more sandstone blocks there, and then an upside down stair. Oops, and then a door right there. So if you come on in this room, we want to fill this in around the window. I know it does take away a little bit of space, but on the outside it makes it look all that better. So we have this room. So we're gonna open up 2 blocks there, and we're gonna place some glass just like that. And you want to come back out here and place some stairs below that, and then we want to place a door right there. So this is starting to take some shape. So ideally, this is going to be a bedroom. It has a nice window, well, 2 windows, and of course this pig that likes to travel. And then it also has access to the front porch, which is great. So when you come on through here, this is obviously the entrance to the house right here. And I would put a kitchen over on this side near this window. So basically you kind of have your front entrance, you got your bedroom, you got obviously connected to the porch, you have your kitchen, which will be over here, and then this would be like a sitting area. And if you're kind of paranoid about adding all the rooms in Minecraft, you can get rid of this and turn this into a bathroom, kind of make it more private, and get rid of this window here if you want, and put an actual ceiling on it. But this is kind of just like a little terrace room or whatever you want to call it. And I would just put some benches here or something like that as like a sitting area. So kitchen, little sitting area, bedroom, and then back porch. No bathroom. Again, like I said, you can turn this into a bathroom if you want to. I'm not going to do that because I don't really need to have a bathroom for a house that's based off survival. So let's continue. So I'm going to go ahead and place 3 more blocks of sandstone there, and I'm going to place some jungle wood stairs underneath of that, and then connect them with a slab in the middle. So there we go. That's kind of our little archway that connects the front foyer to the main room of the house. So as far as interior goes, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. Again, I'm not going to do the interior for this one since it's a little bit more survival based, and it's really simple what you can add to it. So I'm going to place some quartz stairs right here and right here. I'm just going to spruce up the place a little bit with some bushes, but nothing too crazy. I'm going to place some anvils in this corner here. Take this up like this near the door. I'm going to pretty much do the exact same thing on the outside. I'm going to place some anvils, take them up a couple blocks here. It's like to the top of the window, just to add a little bit more color. So that's pretty much what I want to do for the interior, and the exterior is pretty much done as well. Only thing left to do is to add some droopy trees. So I'm going to add 1 droopy tree, and then I'm going to cut the video and add a bunch more around it, and that's going to be pretty much the conclusion of this tutorial, guys. Again, we were able to fit it into 2 episodes, which is pretty nice. So again, I'm going to bone meal a little bit more around the area. So let's see. Let's get some bone meal out real quick. I'm just going to bone meal just a little bit more of this, just to give it a little bit more of a grassy feel. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with 1 droopy tree. So I'm going to get out some oak wood. Again, if you are if you're new to my channel, you might not have ever seen these before, but I've done these hundreds of times. There's tons of them in Los Angeles. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's pretty much just, an eye of the beholder kind of thing. So all you really do is just kind of make like a little base to the tree, and you just pretty much snake up some oak wood blocks here. Make it fairly tall, like I would say. That's a pretty good height. So, and then all you do really is just kind of take like lines of jungle wood leaves and just kind of drape them all over the tree, all over the wood, and you just kind of slowly but surely just kind of extend it outwards, and everything will start to come together really nicely. So this is kind of how I'm doing it, and there's really no right or wrong way to do this. It's pretty much just up to you. This is how I do it. So I actually haven't done one of these in a little bit, so I might be a little bit rusty on it, but it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun way to just kind of add some custom trees and make it more of your own place, because obviously you could just plant a big oak wood tree if you felt like it. That's an easy way to do it, but you can add a lot more detail by adding your own custom trees, and it makes the place look that much more unique and cool. So all right, and we're gonna take this down here, take another block here, take this one down to like there. And the idea is just to make them look like they're hanging, kind of like a willow tree, I guess, in a way. But really, it's just kind of like it's not a real type of tree. It's kind of just a little Minecraft tree. Let's see how that looks. That's pretty good. That's pretty much what I'm looking for when it comes to making droopy trees. So something like that, guys. And it's just kind of like a little angled tree. Nothing too crazy. Again, you can add some like roots if you want coming out of it. It's always a good thing to do. So you can go like that and kind of just extend the wood out a little bit so it looks like the roots are kind of growing through the grounds. You can do that. You can even add some like flowers around it or whatever. But it's a cool thing to do. So I'd recommend it. So guys, I have one. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more. I'm just going to kind of cut the video real quick and plant a few more of these. And I'll come back at you guys. So don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I went ahead and added some more droopy trees. I just added these little gravel pathways in the front real quick just to add a little bit more detail to the place. But that's going to be it for this tutorial series, guys. Again, this is a nice looking little Italian villa that you could add in a survival world. You could add it in a creative world. Again, it doesn't take more than like 45 minutes to build this, so it's really easy. In fact, I just missed a spot. You know what? We got to go ahead and fill that in with some sandstone. Make sure you do that, guys. So yeah, like I said, just building this doesn't take more than 45 minutes, maybe like an hour, and it looks really nice. It adds some nice detail to a world. If you want to put this up on like a hill, it would look really good. I originally built this on a hill, so that's what makes it look really nice. Again, just kind of adding the trees around it as well, just adding a lot of greenery to it. Makes it look nice and pretty. So guys, thank you very much for watching this series. Give it a like if you did enjoy it. I'll be coming back with you guys with another small house tutorial very soon. It'll probably be a modern house next time, since we did a nice little neighborhood, traditional house, and now we have a nice Italian villa. So modern is up next, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been Danlags. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.